Listen, today we're breaking down one of the biggest storylines of the decade, how artificial intelligence moved from interesting to everywhere, and why 2025 felt like the year it went mainstream. Before we jump into what's new this year, let's rewind a quick second. In 2024, we saw milestones. Generative AI got more capable, more accessible. Tools started showing up in everyday workflow, school, content creation, and public conversation shifted from can it do this to should it do this, and who is responsible when it does. In 2025, we saw the ripple effects, smarter assistants, AI in healthcare, creative automation, a lot of debate about privacy, rules. So here's the plan. We'll break this episode and what we learned in 2025, creativity, ethics, regulation, and what's coming next. So one of the biggest changes right now, I would say not long ago, many systems required, huge data centers, heavy compute, constant internet connection. But in 2025, we're seeing models that are smaller, faster, and more practical without losing much capability as you'd expect. And that matters because changes where AI can run is important. So this brings us to a key idea, which we call Edge AI. Edge AI means the intelligence runs closer to you on your phone, your laptop, your headset, wearable, sometimes even inside the appliances. Instead of sending everything to the cloud, more processing happens locally. Now, why does that matter? Three big reasons: speed, responses are instant; privacy, your data doesn't always need to leave your device; and reliability. Some features can work even with weak or no internet at all. Now, let's talk about the real world examples. When you talk about wearables, you're talking about health tracking, alerts. Alerts that happen on your device. Home devices, voice assistants respond quicker, handle more tasks without phoning home for everything. Educational tools, AI authoring, writing feedback, study guides, interactive learning tools that are getting more personalized. But when you think about personalization, there is a trade off. When AI runs everywhere, it raises new questions like how to make it secure, how to prevent misuse, and how to make it basically very, very accurate and make sure it's accurate. So, yes, models are getting more efficient, but the bigger story is AI is becoming infrastructure like electricity, like internet. It fades in the background because it's embedded in the tools we already use. Now that AI is running faster and closer to us, it's changing how we create and what we consider creative in the first place. Look at what's happening with copyright. Creativity is one of the most visible ways AI went mainstream. In 2025, AI isn't just helping people write emails or summarize notes, it's shaping design, music, film, and storytelling workflows. But let's be clear, the best use of AI in creativity usually isn't press a button, get art. It's more like you directing assistants and you refining it, thinking of it as a collaborator. You're generating rough drafts, you got variations. It's kind of helping you brainstorm and speeding up, editing, production, reducing technical barriers for beginners. And it speeds up, your workflow, the creative workflow. Now, there's a real tension, the balance between human creativity and machine assistance. Some people feel AI empowers creativity, others say it dilutes the originality, or it trains on artists' work without consent, or makes it harder for humans to earn a living from creative skills. So these questions become, when AI helps you create something, who deserves the credit? And what does authentic mean? When the tools generate the style, the voice, visuals instantly, this isn't just an art debate, it's about culture, identity, and economics. And that leads us directly into the next segment because AI spreads into creative and daily life. Regulations show up right behind it. So when we talk about ethics and regulation, if 2024 was the year people realized AI is powerful, then 2025 was the year many started asking, okay, what are the rules around the world? Governments, researchers, and companies are pushing for responsible AI, trying to shape how it's built, deployed, and monitored. And the debate often centers around a few core issues, which is transparency, one of them. Can we understand why an AI made that decision, or is it a black box? Question mark. Bias and fairness. Does the system treat people equitably? Does it amplify existing discrimination? Then you got data privacy. What data is being collected, stored, and learned from? Who owns it? Accountability. When AI causes harm, who is really responsible? Is it the developer, the company, the user? For example, Roblox. Roblox had an AI lawsuit. Transparency, bias, privacy, all these things about accountability. Now businesses are adapting to it. In 2025, you hear more companies talk about things like governance policies, data handling, compliance, safety, testing, evaluation, human oversight, and high stakes decisions. And for everyday people, this takeaway is this: AI ethics isn't just a policy issue, it shows up in your recommendations, your job tools, school software, your healthcare systems, your online identity. And as we take a further look, we're gonna look at an AI generated drug that's in its clinical trial. It was done by China. We're gonna take a look at that. This is something that's new right now. It's in phase 3. So let's talk about 2026 and beyond, because the pace isn't slowing. I mean, there's a big directions we got to watch. AI sustainability, from optimizing energy, smarter logistics. AI could help reduce waste if it's deployed carefully, responsibly. AI in medicine. We're likely to see continued progress in areas like medical imaging, patient support tools, research acceleration, and personalized care, alongside serious debates about privacy and safety. And then we have education. This might be one of the most important shifts. AI can support tutoring, accessibility, and individualized learning, but it also raises questions about cheating, equity, and what skills students should prioritize. And I have a saying, always, I tell my students, don't let AI get in a space where your brain is supposed to think in. It will be better if you integrate it right. AI systems become easier, more invisible, and more embedded into everyday life, while society works out norms, rules, and expectations. And that's the tension we'll keep living in. I mean, innovation is moving very fast. Governance has to catch up. So here we are. Let's land this. If there are key takeaways you want to get from this episode, they're getting more efficient, enabling edge on personal devices, creativity. Like I said, becoming a collaborator. So my next question is, when you talk about its role in sustainability in medicine, it's only going to grow. Here's my question for you. Where is it already affecting your daily life without even noticing? Think about it. Take a moment this week, pay attention to the tools you use, the recommendations you see, the systems making decisions around you. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with somebody who's trying to understand what's happening in AI right now. And drop a comment. Whatever excites you the most about AI in 26 and what worries you. Make sure you like and subscribe. Now, on this next slide, I'm going to go ahead and get into the meat and bones of this presentation. We're talking about AI updates. What we learned in 2025. What did we learn? Let's go.